Hi everybody, it's Linda. I wanted to show you this book. This book is amazing. The reason that this book is amazing is because all of the information that I've read out of this book so far, I know. I've lived it. I've been through it. It talks about the awakening of the Kundalini experience. It talks about awakening your Ka energy. It talks about your twin flame merging. It talks about all of these things that I've already been having all of these weird ass experiences about, but I didn't really understand what they were. 4 years ago, I went through a Kundalini awakening, and at the time, I felt the whole snake thing through my system and stuff, and I had my twin flame's energy was there with me. I saw my twin flame in vision and everything. I didn't know what any of this was. I didn't know what I was going through. I didn't have any knowledge of any of this. It just was something that happened. I was downloaded for a month and a half, and then the last half of the month, or the last 2 weeks of the month of the half, I couldn't sleep. And I was downloaded continuously. And then it ended in an epiphany, or a climax of me running through a big red door and ending up in the mental hospital for a week. And from this experience, I ended up going through a lot of training classes on relearning how to think and changing your beliefs and changing your thoughts and all of this stuff. And I went through 3 years of classes of just learning how to do things in a different way and think in a different way. So, and then while I went through those classes, I learned that we need to really love ourselves. And that's really the number one most important thing of all of the things that we do in this life, because we skip it. We skip it and we skip it and we skip it until the end. And here I am doing the same exact thing that everybody else does, but it's not exactly our fault. We do this kind of a life because we're trained to do it this way. And we're not trained by the good people to do it this way. We're trained by rotten people to do it this way because they've got control of our media and our foods and everything. And so they are poisoning our foods. They're poisoning our air. They're poisoning our media. They're poisoning the things that they teach our children at school. They're poisoning. They're poison in everything. Okay, so it's all tainted. And so we don't even realize what's going on. Well, for instance, okay, for 40 years, I've been having dreams about this guy. Now, I knew that I would be making movies with Vin Diesel one day. I had that knowing, okay, I understood that that's what that meant. But it wasn't until a few years ago, after Paul Walker died, that I actually started wondering what in the heck are all these dreams about. Because, you know, I've had dreams, you know, one here or one there about other actors and actresses, but never as many as I've had about Vin. Not even any, like in my real life, people that I meet or whatever, you know, I've had dreams about other people that I run into and stuff. But I only have 1 or 2 or maybe 3, but I don't have like what I have with Vin, which is around somewhere like 40 different dreams. And over the years, you know, I mean, I'm just kind of roundabouting it, you know, if we had a dream a year. But so I have had a lot more dreams about Vin than anybody else. Now, the dreams have increased a lot more since 2 years ago when Paul Walker died. And the dreams have gotten vivid, and they've been getting more magical and more creative and just more realistic, and just really kind of like Vin's energy has been here a lot. And so, well, I'm like, okay, well, what's this new change about? You know, I'm like, okay. So I started asking my unseen guides why all of a sudden this Vin energy was here with me, and like I'd been sensing him almost like I could feel him sometimes, and then there was a few times that I've been able to smell him, and you know, I'm like, and now I'm having more dreams again, and they're being they're just like, it's like I'm actually there with him making movies now, where as before it was like a forlong thought or something like that, but now it's like I'm actually there, you know, making and doing these movies with him. So I started asking my guide, you know, what does all this mean? Why is all of this happening to me? Why am I having these dreams of, in particular, Vin? I want to know why I'm having so many dreams about Vin Diesel. I wanted to know. And for 20 years of that, I did not know who he was, but But when he started getting popular or whatever, you know, and I mean, I can't even say that I even noticed him when he first got popular. I mean, it was just, this was reality, waking up life. And for some reason, when I went to sleep, Vin was in my dreams. And, well, it's getting really, really interesting because, so I ask my unseen guides, and I happen to have, one of my main unseen guide is Mother Earth herself. I talk to her the most I've always have. I don't know why. I have a very strong connection to Mother Earth. So she is my favorite unseen guide that I talk to. And she calls me the echo to her soul. So maybe there's a symbiosis going on there or something to that effect, because she's the guide I talk to the most. And she's also, she calls me the echo to her soul. So apparently she speaks through me. Anyway, so she tells me, I'm like, I want to know who Vin is. I want to know what this means. And she says, well, you have half the earth and he has the other half of the earth. I'm like, okay, you lost me. I really don't get what you're saying. Then she says to me, well, okay, if you were a boy, you would be him. If he was a girl, he would be you. I'm like, okay, what is that supposed to mean? You know, I'm like, couldn't even figure out what they were trying to tell me. And a couple weeks goes by, and I'm continuing to ask my unseen, what does this mean? What does this mean? Because things are happening, and it's getting, you know, more intense and all of this stuff. Finally, she's like, well, you know, he's your twin flame. And she's like, I know you don't know what that is, but you're going to have to go and study it out and figure out what that is, and you will understand. You know, so I'm like, okay. And she was right. I had no clue what a twin flame was. I thought a twin flame was your soulmate. I thought the soulmate and your twin flame were the same thing. I thought it was one and the same thing. Come to find out, it's not. It's not one and the same thing at all. And apparently we have many soulmates, and we can have many soulmates, and so apparently I have had a lot of soulmates. But anyways, but I thought that the last person I met was my twin flame. And now I'm finding out that he's not. He is definitely my soulmate, and I definitely have a twin flame who is Vin Diesel, and I will be making movies with him. But that explains why his energy has been so much about me lately. And ever since Paul Walker died, it must be a key in his awakening, because it has really, really increased. Now, however, 2 years before Paul Walker died, I did have my Kundalini awakening. And since Vin is in fact my twin, that means that on November 2nd of 2011, that he also went through something very interesting. And I'm not sure what that was, or if it's even anywhere but within Vin, and if he's even told anybody. But he was definitely there in vision and energy on the night of my Kundalini awakening, which was the day before, or the night before I actually drove through the big red door. So it's very, very, very interesting and intriguing when it all comes down to it. Now, I just wanted to leave you with that I just really, really, twin flames, they're hard. But there's only one. There's only one person that matches your energy perfectly. Only one. There isn't more than one. There isn't 20. There isn't 22 or whatever. There isn't a whole bunch of possibilities of twin flames. You only have one twin flame, one energy that lines up with your energy. Exactly. As an exact blueprint. You were born for each other. You were raised for each other. You were grown to be together. It's just that's the way it is. There is only one twin flame. There is not a bazillion twin flames that you can have or something to that effect. And the purpose in coming together with your twin flame is to create something. And we're taking the earth through a whole new dimension into ascension right now. And so the twin flame purpose is to bring Mother Earth through her ascension into the future. And that is exactly what the purpose of the twin flame is. And so, you know, and I also know that not everybody has a twin flame. But I do believe that if you believe you have one, that you do have one. And there is purpose for coming into your twin flame. And your twin flame is also going to be there for you and with you, because that's the way it works. We need to meet our twin flames so that we can bring Mother Earth through this time of ascension into her next phase of whatever she's going into. That's the whole purpose of it. I got to end this video. I love you very much. And hang in there, everybody. And if you've got a twin, you're going to find him. I promise. And if you think you have a twin, you have a twin. And twin flames are out there for everybody, and they are meant to come together. So this whole flight and everything where you have the running twin and blah, 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 those are energies of the past. I want you to know that and understand that. Those are energies of the past. Your twin is not going to run from you now. There's not going to be a whole mismatched blah, blah, blah running after. It's not going to happen that way anymore, because people are embracing it now. There might still be a little nurturing that needs to be given by somebody who maybe has a little bit more knowledge than the other. But as far as the twin flame thing goes, you know, it's just going to work out perfectly the way it's going to. And I probably made this video too long, but anyways, let me send it. I love you.